Okay, good afternoon everyone and welcome to IEXceed Dissertation Webinar Series. Today's our first day for Series 1 which is IEXist. And then we are very lucky to have a speaker na mag-share sa atin ng information about dissertation, writing, and techniques. So, by the way, this is brought to you by the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology in cooperation with the University Training Department, the College of Engineering, Graduate School, and IEXceed PH. So guys, we have chat box located on the lower left portion ng inyong screen. You can tell us where you came from para mabati natin kayo one by one. So we have different participants all over the Philippines. So we have from Calabarzon, from NCR. We have someone from Cebu and someone from participants from Davao and Cagayan de Oro. So keep on coming guys. So write your name, saan kayo located, and gigreet natin kayo mamaya. So by the way, we have three series. Today is the first one. So we will be discussing dissertation techniques and writings and techniques. And tomorrow at the same time, 1 o'clock p.m., meron tayong series 2 which is expand. We've invited someone from Department of Science and Technology, National Research Council of the Philippines to discuss a very interesting topic which is the fundings, sources of fundings, and the OST and RCP also. And on the third day, on Saturday, January 9, 1 o'clock p.m., we have invited a speaker coming from all the way from Centurion University in India to discuss about high quality Scopus Index journals. So yung mga nagpaplano na mag-publish, oh, this is the very good opportunity for us to learn something about publishing. So if you haven't registered yet, so you have still time. So the link could be here. Yan, nasa ating chat box. So, andito na ba si Ma'am Engineer Tony Mollejón, my co-moderator for this afternoon? Ma'am Tony,
Yes,
are you
sir, Rick.
there?
Yes, sir, Rick. Andito.
Okay po. Oh
Hello,
guys, hello
everyone.
everyone. By the way guys, don't forget to subscribe dun sa channel ni IEXceed PH kasi IEXceed PH has Facebook page and also dito sa YouTube nagla-live tayo and then automatic nire-record natin yung mga past webinars natin, you can browse by kung na-miss nyo siya. So subscribe lang kayo and click the bell button para ma-inform kayo kung meron mga bagong uploads. So Ma'am Tony, wag na natin patagalin. I guess the speaker is already here and our guests and friends are already here. I can't wait to start this one. This is a very exciting day for us kasi first day and then very interesting yung ating topic for today which is dissertation writing and techniques. Di ba hindi tinuturo to sa schools? So this is our chance. Yung mga pagkakataon.
Kailangan natin to, sir Rick.
Kailangan natin especially yung mga audience natin which is PhD students and yung mga malapit ng gumraduate at magdi-dissertation na. So ito na yung pagkakataon natin. So before anything else, let us greet yung mga persons na make this possible. Ma'am Tony.
Yes, sir. So, we acknowledge the presence of Dr. Jocelyn Cruz, the Dean of the Graduate School of NEUST. Sir Rick.
And syempre po, si Dr. Feli Jacoba, the University President of the Nueva University of Science and Technology. Hi ma'am, kamusta po?
We also have with us our dissertation seminar advisor, Dr. Manuela Gutierrez.
Hi
Welcome po,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hello po. Also, let us don't forget, andito rin po si Dr. Jonil Peria, NUST University Training Department Head. Andyan po si Doc Peria. And also, Dr. Noel Floren Condia of the College of Engineering. Hi sir, magandang hapon po sa inyo. And sa ating mga participants, so paki-chat in lang kung saan kayo galing and then we will be greeting you later on. Okay. So Ma'am Tony, wag na natin patagalin. Let us introduce our speaker for this afternoon. Ayan.
Okay, sorry. So, our today's speaker, uh, he is currently the Dean of the College of Engineering, University of Perpetual Health System, Dalta Campus. From 2005 to 2010, he worked in different manufacturing industries such as ceramics and electronics manufacturing companies. From 2010 up to the present, he is strongly involved in academic development and innovation in engineering programs through outcomes-based education transition, both in undergraduate and graduate programs. He is strongly committed to animate engineering education for students' welfare, development, and global opportunities. He had earned a doctorate degree in engineering management from Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, Nueva Ecija, and Masters of Engineering Management, major in Industrial Engineering in Adamson University, Manila. She also obtained her bachelor's degree in Industrial Engineering and diploma in Business Administration from De La Salle University, Dasmariñas, Cavite, underlying all of his work to uplift standards of engineering education. He is an active researcher, evaluator, and participant in different scholarly events, journal publications, conferences, and symposiums. He is also a creditor and an evaluator of Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities, Commissions on Accreditation, and Philippine Technological Council. Please join me in welcoming the very dedicated, passionate, and great innovator, our Dean in UPHSC, Dr. Philip P. Ermita.
Hi, sir.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Um, great to see you again, especially our faculty administrators of NUST. It's like I'm back to my alma mater with my
You're
PhD.
very welcome.
So I'm back. So allow me to share my screen. So yeah, so I'm really honored to be invited again with NUST, and as I can see the growing program, and magle-level 3 na. No, so yan po. So um okay, so good good afternoon everyone to University President Dr. Feli Jacoba, to the Dean of the Graduate School Dr. Jocelyn Cruz, to the Dean of the um, College of Engineering, Dr. Noel Florencondia, to the Graduate School faculty. I can see here Dr. Manuela Gutierrez, other uh, faculty, graduate students, um, and other participants. Good afternoon. Okay, so my topic for today is it's about uh, dissertation writing and techniques. So when I'm preparing my presentation, it's like I have to go back, no? I have to go back kung paano ba ako nakatapos, what are the uh, techniques, the best practices that I have done, no? And I have to uh, summarize it again, and I watch some materials and reading materials and some video materials. What are the techniques? So I have to consolidate it. No, so again, okay. So when you talk about PhD, that's an everyone's dream to finish a PhD. Okay, so sabi nila it's the highest peak of in a teaching, the highest position, maybe na degree in a position na pwede natin makuha. And at the same time, sabi nga nila, it requires a lot of passion and commitment. No? So just recalling again, what is a dissertation or dissertation sinasabi nila? So it's actually a document. Okay, it's a document submitted in a support of candidature for an academic degree. No, so it's a professional qualification wherein a person need to do a research and findings, which that findings is a contribution to the community, to the academic community, to the research community, and what's important, that's an innovation or improvement that we can share, okay, as in our profession. So it is also a research project completed as part of a postgraduate degree. Okay? Parang ang daling sabihin, no? Pero it requires a lot of, sabi ko nga, passion and commitment. Okay? However, what makes a dissertation writing difficult? No? So, sabihin na natin, even these PhD students, no? Like you or na pinagdaanan before, no? So, mahirap, no? Even though we are already professionals, no? So I do believe some, not only here are engineers, but also professional engineers. Okay. However, what makes it difficult? Okay. Um, According to my research, summarized research, no, it is probably the longest document that you will have ever written. No. Um, I agree with that. Um, Siguro yung mga magko-compre dito, sana sabihin nyo, pwedeng compre na lang lahat, pero nakakapagod ang compre. That's 4 days. Yet, that's the longest that you will have ever written. It can be, so ngayon di naman talaga sulat, no? So, typely and susulatin mo siya, but it requires a lot of analysis, statistical analysis to interpret things and for you to be able to recommend something. So, mahaba talaga siya. Okay? It also comes up with a pressure. I can say a pressure. A pressure in a sense that, okay, at the time, if I'm going to go back, I am pressured because I have to be a model. I am pressured because I need to be a model. I am a college dean, yet if I want my team to be a PhD holder as well, I should lead by example. So that's one of the pressure for me. Okay, and another one is it can be in a pressure of sa work, no? So kailangan makatapos ako ng PhD because I have to be re-ranked. Okay, okay, and also isa sa mga siguro hindi naman siya pressure, pero pinipressure ko sarili ko that I have to finish my PhD before ang mga anak ko mag-formal schooling na. So, in a way that I pressured myself. So, still, that's a pressure. Okay. Next is, it is a complicated skill. Okay. I do agree with that. Even professional writers struggle sometimes because it requires a lot of writing. If you have this difficulty in writing, medyo hirap talaga. So, kasi complicated skill, if you're a good writer, yet you are not that good in data gathering, no? Statistics, that is still a complicated skill. Okay. Next is, you don't know where to start. I agree with this. Especially those periods you don't have a definite topic. No, you don't have an approved topic. So I think that's the hardest part. Pero when you have already when you are already done with your proposal defense, dire-diretso na yan. Okay. Later on, I'll discuss some of the tips and techniques. Okay. So next one is you might have a unique circumstances. Okay. Unique circumstances in a sense, in my experience, um, it's difficult to write if you don't have a good venue or you don't have a good environment. Okay. Um, in my experience, sabi ko noon, mag-dissertation leave kaya ako. Pero pag nag-dissertation leave ako, uuwi ako sa bahay and have 4-year-old kid that would like to play every day. Sabi ko, I think it will be useless. So that's a circumstance, no? Next is what do you call this? You want to finish your PhD, but yet you don't have that resources. Okay? You don't have this possible. Hirap ka, wala kang maayos na laptop, wala kang maayos na mga things na pwedeng magamit mo pag research mo, and then loaded ka with your work. Okay, that's a unique circumstance, no? So iba-iba. So that's a different thing. So kaya nga tinawag siyang unique circumstance that will fit only to you, na parang ito yung problem mo. So, well, again, dito papasok lahat yung tips ko or techniques that can help you guys on how are you going to complete your PhD. Okay. Okay, moving on. So, allow me to share the tips or dissertation writing and techniques using using an acronym of the dissertation. Okay. So, total of 12 letters yan. So, let's start with D. Okay. Let's start with the letter D. And I talk about determination. No, sabi nila, determination is firmness of purpose. No, when you enroll after the compre exam, you will enroll for the dissertation. No, so isang sem yan, you will pay sa NUST, you will pay 12 units. No, sa others, hiwa-hiwala yan. But you have to enroll. So, but prior to enrolling, you have to be determined that you are there to complete. No, you are there to complete. Okay, so dapat I suggest pag sinabing determination, you are determined and ready emotionally, physically, and I can say monetary wise, dapat you should be ready. Okay? Kasi it requires a lot of cost. No? So, kaya ako at that time, I remember after my compre, just to share with you guys, di ko alam kung natatandaan pa ni Dean Jocelyn yun. Tapos sabi ko, ma'am, kailan ako pwede mag-title? Sabi niya, Iho, teka, wala pang ang result ng compre mo, gusto mo na mag-title defense. So, ganun ako kakulit at that time. So talagang I am really determined. No? So, that's a good sign that you are really determined. And during the time na nagko-compre ako, mix already that I have already this title that na gusto kong i-propose kasi I am really determined. So it's sabi nga it's using the definition, it's the process of establishing something exactly by calculation and research. So talagang you are determined ka talaga makatapos. So that's very important. So for me, that's the basic. You are here, or we are all here, that we are committed with the with that wisdom of completing that PhD. Okay. Next one. Technique also is not only with determination, but we also have this inspiration. Okay. Now, so inspiration is in a sense that it's not just that you are going to complete a PhD. No, sabi nga nila, mali yung definition ng or acronym ng PhD na puro hangin ang dala. Okay, dito sa PhD, I learned how to be patient and humble enough to accept that there are things that I should know, no, and I have to consult. So this one inspiration ko is my kids, my work, and um, the leadership that I want to show to everyone that I can finish this. I can be a model someday. No, I can finish this with extra efforts. Okay, so hindi kaya inspiration yon? Hindi kaya inspiration yon that during the time that I'm already doing a dissertation is that my 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 team doesn't know that I am already alam na pala nila I am doing my dissertation at that time. You won't believe that uh, I am residing in Cavite. So a good example is that I'm leaving my house 10 p.m. Then I'll be in Pasay by 12 or 1. And then I'll be riding a bus. Aalis ang bus ng 1 o'clock. And it will be arriving in Cabanatuan by 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. So nagsisleep over lang ako sa Sogo noon, mga 2 to 3 hours, then I go to NUST. So, pero nag-sink in pala sa akin yun during graduation. So, sabi ko, I am really inspired to complete it because I have this extra efforts. I am inspired. So, because you love what you're doing, you are inspired to complete it, no? And dito papasok yung other skills kasi if you are inspired, you will be creative, no? You will be creative enough to how to complete those difficult things to accomplish, no? Doon lalabas yung creativity natin, patience and so on. So everything will work into uh, smoothly, no? Lahat lalabas yon, time management, lahat na nandiyan kasi you are inspired to do it. Okay, so sa ano kasi sa when you write in dissertation, um ano na eh, so from bachelor's natin to master's degree, yung format given na yan, introduction, objectives, parang ang dali, pero if you're the word inspiration to yourself, lalo na to your heart, mas madaling kumilos. Okay, so I is for inspiration. Let's move into the S. S is support. Okay? One of the technique on how to write is to finish or complete your dissertation is you have this support group, support people. Okay? What do you mean by support? Dapat sa akin kasi it can be a support coming from your wife or your spouse because at that time I told my wife, "Mommy, you have to spare with me. I will be on sleepless nights for 5 to 6 months just to complete my PhD." No, so kaya during the graduation, nag-sink in sa akin lahat yung pagod pala. So sabi ko, oh nga no, and you really have to find support, no? Support, pwedeng these are your advisor, no? It can be your statistician. These are also expert people that will help you, no? And marami din nangyayari that maraming gusto, kaya lang financially because of the cost ng dissertation naantala sila. So that's part. You look for support people and that will help you, no? Not only on financial matters but on the on how you will be guided as well, and emotional support can be a big thing. Okay, so I know guys, yung definition of support can be interpreted into different way, but it will help you. It will help you. No? So support group, support people that will guide us to complete that dissertation. The next S is self-assurance. Okay, self-assurance is what do you mean by this? Self-assurance is in a way that when you write, no, sometimes minsan it's quite difficult to write the thought if some of your references, okay, some of your references is still unclear. For example, somebody cited this in 2010 and it was cited again by in 2015. Okay, sometimes magulo yung concept niya. So, what do you mean by self-assured? Try to self-assured yung concept na yon. Try to read back yung nag-unang site to clearly understand the thought or the theory. Okay? So, isa yan sa mga sabi ko na kaya dito it requires a lot of patience, okay, in trying to clearly identify your thought or lalo na doon sa identifying the research gap. You have to connect, self-assured yourself that the concept that you are really trying to prove or improve is really you are guided, no, doon sa mga connected theories. Okay? Self-assured yourself para kasi isa to sa mga nakita kong technique eh, sometimes magulo sa dami ng literature review mo, it will find you naguguluhan ka sabog-sabog na hindi mo na alam kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo mangyari. Okay? So what I also did is I tried to make an Excel file, okay, doing the literature on historical basis. Okay, so this is I always taught in my research classes. For example, write an Excel, no, 2013, these are the findings. 2018, these are the findings. So mako-connect mo yung connectivity of innovation or improvement of the theory. Okay, so that's self-assured. So hanggang sa pag na-trace nyo po yan, self-assured kayo, okay, the gap that I'm trying to prove or that I'm trying to find is sure ako. No? Sure ako. Okay. Next. What about the letter E? Okay. When we talk about E, that is essential gathering. So essential gathering talks about on um, tawag dito, dapat you have this you have to read also the different methodologies kung paano ginawa yun ng previous studies. Okay? Especially in engineering, no? In engineering, there's a lot of innovation or techniques pagdating sa methodology. There's a lot of experimentation. There's a lot of techniques on how to gather data. Okay? Um, Pwede tayong mag-sampling method. Okay? Um, Pwede rin tayo mga design of experiment approach. Okay? Something like that. So, um, when you try to read your literature review, make it sure that you also focus on reading the methodology of the previous study. So that's for me essential yon, that will guide you on how are you going to do your own methodology. Because sometimes may mababasa ka, you can read that, oy, ito bakit ganito ginawa niya on this previous year. Sa following year, iba naman. So you can combine both. No? So para lalo na with your in preparing your proposal defense, no, methodology is very important. So be take note of how to do it, on how to gather data para hindi kayo hirap. No? And during the defense itself, you will be guided when your panel asks you, paano mo gagawin? How can you measure that? So you are, tawag dito, you are bounded with your literature review and supported with your literature review. I mean, okay. The next one is, and this is one of the challenging part. Sorry. You have to read and read and read. No? Like yung sabi ko yung kanina is yung self-assurance. No? You have to be, parang dito, mas mabusisi ka. Okay? Ang pagiging mabusisi requires a lot of reading and reading and reading. Okay? Ako mga tips ko, since one of the, lalo na ngayon in these difficult times, you have to have an account. Lalo na doon sa, for example, EBSCO, okay, EBSCO, yung mga other Open Athens, okay, dapat may mga access tayo doon kasi doon nakaka-download ng mga full papers. Okay? Techniques also, wala naman akong account ng ganon, no? So mga ganon. So, yun, nagtap ako ng mga friends ko from Lasal, Manila, from Adamson, no? Pinahiram ako ng mga accounts. So, kaya nagkaroon ako ng mga full access. And then, also tips in reading. Okay. Techniques. You have to read at least, I can say, 3 to 4 journals a day. No? You have to read 3 to 4 journals a day. And isa sa mga disappointing dyan, sabihin ko na, sa 4 na binasa mo, walang related lit. And you have to look again. Okay? You have to look again. So, technique. Sa pag-download pa lang, matagal minsan, connectivity. So, in a day, when after reading, I try to download, then I will read it tomorrow. Nilalagay ko lang siya sa isang folder, read. nabasa na, hindi pa nababasa. So, dinadrag ko lang siya. Sa mga technique, mga best practice yun, related, partially related, ida-drag mo lang siya. Para when you try to go back, ma-access mo siya. Kasi, take note, you have to make references. Okay? So, pagka nabasa ko ng super related siya, doon sa table ng paper, sa Word file, sinusulat ko na po agad ang reference ko na yon. Tip po yan. Kasi pag nagsulat ka, sino nga yung author nito? Malilito ka, di ba? So, pag super related siya, pag nagsulat ka, ilagay mo na agad siya doon sa references mo. Okay, that's a tip. Tapos, since nakalagay na siya na related lit, doon sa folder mo, sa computer mo, ano na siya, nagtatali na siya. Okay, ito na yung mga related ko. And then, not so related. Ganun. Okay? So, that's part of the technique when you read and read and read. Okay. Let's move into the next. Okay. T. Okay. T is for thinking time. Sometimes, nabasa ko din, nakita ko rin sa YouTube, you have to allot to think. You have to allot to think. Pero hindi ka kasi makakapag-think kung wala kang nababasa. Tama po. Yung nabanggit ko kanina, that when you do the reading for the related literature, naka-excel yan, di ba? Sabi ko, for example, 2019, ano yung mga findings? 2018, ano yung naging findings? Methodology, technique niya. Then, from that, you can think. Nakikita mo na yung a big picture. Kasi, for you to come up with that research gap, dapat ma-picture mo siya as a whole. No? Yun yung mga technique na personally kong ginawa na na-develop na naging effective pala. Okay? So, at the time, okay, pag na-picture out mo na, okay, this is the problem and this is the gap, it will be easier for you to write and write and write. Kasi clearly define mo eh. Tapos, pag medyo gulo ka, nalilito ka, try to go back again doon sa ginawa mong summary of your readings. And it will guide you. Okay? It will guide you. And thinking time also venue. No? It can be determined by you. No? Sabi nga we are unique individual. No? It can either be iba kay Engineer Benko, iba rin kay Engineer Molejón. No? Si Engineer Molejón kasi is a night person. Mas buhay ang minds niya and hearts sa pagsulat ng 11 p.m. 11 p.m., 12 midnight, 1 a.m. Si Engineer Benko naman, masipag yan lalo na sa umaga. No? Kasi that's a practice. No? Kasi, if, for example lang, hindi ko sinasabing this is Engineer Benko. Sanay kasi siya na alive siya kasi he likes to cook in the morning. No? So, mas iba ang mind mo. Ako personally, I am a night person. Mas madali akong nakakasulat at night. No? And there are instances, no, looking at the thinking time, there are a lot of instances wherein I tried to do my dissertation in the office in the morning. Okay, so I tried, I write. So may mga interruptions, of course, may mga meeting because that is a working time. And yet, pag open ko ng laptop ko at night, sabi ko, bakit ito ang sinulat ko? Mali ito. Inulit ko na naman. Okay? Tapos, I tried again. So parang mali na naman yung ginawa ko. So I realized na mas maganda pala ako magsulat on my most, what type of person I am. I am a night person, so try to assess yourself kung saan ka mas buhay ang utak mo, your mind is open and you are a good, perfect mood for you, go for it. Assess yourself. Yun yung thinking time. Kasi it might uh, lead you na sa paulit-ulit hindi ka mawala ka. Okay? And also, when I talk about thinking time, you have to do it consistently. That's a technique. Um, in my practice before, nung nagpo-proposal, sabi ko, gagawa ako MWFS. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Ang lumabas, medyo pangit kasi nawawala ako. Example, I write on a Monday. Ano nga yun? Para anong yung gusto kong isulat dito? Nawawala yung continuity. That's why, a good advice and a good practice na din na sinabi ko, na lagi kong sinishare din sa mga students ko and with my colleagues, spare every day 2 hours. Every day. So what I did, pag nakakauwi ako sa bahay ng mga around 8 p.m., kasi normally I left the office by 7 p.m., between 6 to 7 p.m. kasi umiiwas ako sa traffic. Nakakauwi ako 8, I will just eat, then relax ng konti. By 10, I open my laptop and every day na yon 10 to 1. Pero nung malapit na ako mag-final defense, pre-oral, it's already 10 to 2 na ata everyday, 10 to 3. No? So, talagang puyat na. So, yun nga, again, there's a big support coming from your spouse para maintindihan ka, no? Kasi may mga sacrifices talaga. So, yun, thinking time, give yourself a time consistently and try to assess yourself kung saan ka. Morning person ka ba or you are a night person? So, assess yourself kung saan kayo komportable. Okay? Okay. The next one is A. The next one is letter A is ask. You know the word ask? Ask other appropriate people. No? Yun nga, dito is you have to be humble enough that when you do writing, you don't know everything. No? You are setting yourself that you are investigating. Okay, look for a person that can help you. No, I do understand some of the participants here will approach me, no, lalo na yung mga colleagues ko, pero I'm wholeheartedly open for that. You know, yung not necessarily yung techniques, no, yung methodology, statistically, no, you can also consult your advisors. So, nandyan si Ma'am Nein, nandyan ang mga statisticians sa NUST na magagaling so that you will be guided on your instruments, no? On how to answer it statistically. It coincides pa rin ba yun sa study mo and so on. And some expert can do, no? Some experts can help you, no? So don't be don't be shy to ask other people that can assist you in completing that, no? It's a good thing that like this siguro yung webinar na ganito, it's like it's already an asking on what's the best practice that you can do also, no? Hindi ko lang sinasabi na this is good generally, pero it may help kasi pwedeng mag-apply sa inyo yung experience ko that may also fit to you, or you can look for your own convenience, no? Kung saan ka komportable. No? Okay, the next one is T, no? It's again time management. Okay. Ang daling sabihin, time management, but ang hirap gawin, no? Especially yung sinabi kong tawag dito barrier, which is the circumstances. Yes, marami talaga. I do understand in no, one of the big challenge for PhD students now, lalo na doon sa magdada-dissertation is, you know, which one you have to prioritize, your work or your dissertation, to earn income or to earn a degree. No, you have to balance everything. Kasi kung titingnan mo in the long term, no, for me, PhD is an investment. No? I always tell it to my team that um, PhD degree is not just a title. It's not just a degree. Hindi lang siya uh, tawag dito, yung sa ranking or just a title na doctor, ganyan. But for me, this is an investment. This is an investment for you, for yourself, and there will always be an opportunity will come. Believe me, yun yung lagi kong nagiging also, I can say, a motivation or an inspiration also, no? When sabi ko noon, pag natapos ko ang master's ko sa Adamson, ayoko na, no? Pero the following year, nag-enroll pa rin ako sa PhD, no? Hindi ko natiis. No, kasi ano pala siya, pag natapos nyo to, there will be another opportunity will come. Ako naramdaman ko yun when I just to share lang din, no, sa mga ano. Nung magpi-pre-oral defense na ako, tapos I think that was November. Dito si Ma'am Tony, kasama ko to eh. Sabi sa akin ng statistician ko and ng advisor ko, ikaw ba, Philip, nagda-dissertation? Ba't parang puro ka abroad, no? First week, pumunta ka pa ng Hong Kong, no? Tapos nagpunta ka pa ng India. So, sabi ko, actually, that's the best opportunity. I'm not at home. Pag uwi mo sa hotel, so you're right. No? So, kaya lang talaga super hectic. There's a lot of pressure. Pero, again, it's another opportunity for you to manage your time. No? So, managing time. I do believe that engineers, specifically engineers, are very good in time management. No? So, we just need to know our priorities and set yourself on ano yung priorities mo talaga. Hindi ko sinasabing priority mo ano ka because sabi ko nga we have different circumstances. Okay? Because and also PhD writing is not a race, no? It's not a race. It's how are you going to manage it to complete the process. No? Pwedeng ang dissertation ng isa, hindi kasing length nung isa kasi different topic, different experimentation, different methodology. So it's not a race. It's how at the end how you're going to make that contribution, no? In the academic, in the research community. Okay, time management. Let's go with the I. Okay. Please do take note that when you write your dissertation, that is a contribution or innovation, no? So when I talk about initiate improvement, so one of the techniques now is that so siguro pa-attend ko na rin ng mga conferences, no? When pag pag sinabi kasi initiate improvement, dapat medyo ano natin ang charm, no? Kasi when I attend conferences, may mga techniques din kasi na kahit hindi pa tapos ang paper, they are already presenting it, no? Kasi sabi ko, bakit kaya? Because that is already a way of initiating improvement. Because when they present it, they can hear comments coming from the audiences that will help. And mostly in the conferences, these are already experts on the fields and they will give you input. And, okay, pag nakita mo, naramdaman mo siya, these are expert people, try to talk with them. No? Try to talk with them. And up to the extreme that you try to search him or her on ResearchGate. Okay? Try to search on ResearchGate. And then, everything will follow. No? So parang, okay, ganito pala. Mas may makukuha ka. Another one. When you try to look for journals, may emails doon. Lalo na pag super related po yung topic, there's an email address then doon. Try to email the author and try to search or ask, paano niya ginawa yun? Of course, you have to be, tawag dito, yung a proper manner that, hi, good day, I find your research very interesting because this is also similar with my dissertation writing. Just to ask, ganon. Alam mo, ang bibilis nila magsagot. Why? Don't you know that citation ngayon is kinakount na, no? So isa sa mga tawag dito, stars pag nasa site ka. So take note of that, yung mga citation index. So mas gusto din nila 'yon, no? Mas gusto nila 'yon, no? Sa UP yan ang mga ganyan na yung counting pag nasa site na yung mga research mo. No? So that means gusto nila 'yon, kaya huwag kayong mag-alalang mahiya. Gusto nila yun kasi pag sinite nila yung paper, pag sinite mo yung paper nila, gusto nila 'yon. Because there's a corresponding positive feedback sa kanila 'yon. Okay, so that's what I mean of initiate improvement. So you are already improving your paper because of the inputs coming from the others. Next one is opening new doors. So please do take note that in writing a research, kaya nga tinawag siyang research, that is an innovation or an improvement, a development, no? Tawag dito, an invention. Because we are all engineers, we are linked to that. So dapat, ganon yung drive mo na hindi siya yung ikakopy mo lang, no? Dapat alisin natin yung mentality ng ganon. This is already an innovation, a contribution. That's why dapat naka-mindset ka doon na you will open new opportunities for others. Kasi sabi nga nila, a research is a continuous yan eh. So kung ngayon you were already to open the new doors for engineering research, soon other will also open a new doors. So ano siya? It's a cycle. No? So lagi tayo naka-mindset na ganun that I can contribute something, okay, to my community, no? Lalo na pag engineers, that's a commitment that we provide innovation or development to our community, no? Unwritten ano natin yan eh, commitment, no, as engineers, okay? Opening new doors. So dapat lagi tayong ganun. It will be a big contribution, no? It will be a big contribution, no? To not only to ourselves, especially to others, no? Kasi in the long run, please don't take note of this, no? Kasi pag na-publish nyo yan or andoon yung hardbound mo, the new PhD students will try to read your hardbound. Okay, so ito yung nakita niya recommendations, no? So isa rin sa mga tips pala is you try to read recommendation of the previous researches. Okay, that will give you light to identifying the research gap. Okay, may mga variables pa siya na hindi na consider, which is can be a ground for you or an opportunity for you to dig deeper on that topic and improve that research or expand that research. Okay. Okay. The last one is N. Please bear in mind that you are a future doctors and your research or your dissertation will lead you to be a new expert on that. No? Hindi lang yung wala, basta matapos ko lang to. Pag ganun ang ano mo, wala. Ano ka, hindi ka, you will not be achieve yung goal mo talaga. Please do take note as PhD holders in the future. You will be considered as expert on the topic that you have. Okay? Because you read a lot of that and you can be considered as an expert on that, no? So if your degree is engineering management, so maraming ano kasi yan eh, branches eh, engineering management, you can be an expert. You will be a new expert on that. Okay, so um, it's like gaining wisdom. Sabi nga, when you finish your PhD, it's a wisdom, no? Mas magiging expert ka. And soon, no? Soon, yung mga PhD students, kayo naman ang mag-talk dito, no? Next year, no? Mga ganun. You will also develop your own best practices, techniques, no? So yung mga sinasabi ko dito, these are just consolidated and my experience, which may help you, and it can be in a different way. So parang research, no? When you test this, possible dito on this environment, but here it's not applicable. So ganun lang siya. Okay? So please bear in mind that writing a dissertation is also leading you to be a new expert on that. Okay? So that completes the acronym of dissertation. Okay? So 12 variables that will help you in guiding you to in your writing your dissertation. Okay. The next one is before I end my talk, let me just share with you this one. No, actually, I just uh, got this in Facebook. No, so this letter is addressed to my fellow PhD students. No, sabi niya, never give up, no matter how difficult your circumstances. No, yung sinasabi natin circumstances, fight to the last breath to achieve your dream. No, after 10 years in postgraduate studies, despite of the war in Syria. So Syrian siya. So I was able to fulfill my dream of obtaining a PhD degree in sustainability with an excellent grade from the University of Aleppo with the entitled Development of the Decision Support System for the Assessment of Sustainability in School Buildings. So he is also an engineer. So now he's a doctor engineer, Nader Kasab. No? So one of the inspiring. So again, 10 years na complete niya. Again, PhD is not a race. No? It's how are you going to complete it. No? So again, allow me to share these final words. PhD is not a race to reach the end point. It's a marathon where you need to save energy and dedication till the finish line. No, so that's it. Hopefully, I was able to share with you the 12 tips acronym of dissertation as your guide in the future. Once again, thank you very much and good afternoon, everyone.
That's great.
Okay. Ma'am Tony, Sir Rick, are you there? Thank you very much po. If they have questions, they can ask me now.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful presentation. Very informative, sir. Kailangan namin yan ngayon. Lalo na yung letter, yung motivation, tsaka yung time. Yung kailangan namin yun, sir, yung time management. So, ayun. So, we will be requesting our audience to please use the chat box again for the questions. Kung may questions kayo sa ating speaker, kay Dr. Philip Ermita, you can type in now the questions. And then we will pick questions, hindi naman lahat. So, we'll pick some of the questions para po masagot ni Sir Philip ngayon on the spot. Sir, first question, ito medyo question ko rin to, nabasa ko, sir. Sir, based on your experience daw po, sir, magkano daw po yung kailangan naming i-prepare for a full dissertation na na para ma-achieve yung full na magagastos? Kailangan ba namin, sir, magbenta ng sir, ng mga lupain? Sir, medyo naka-mute po.
Hindi naman. Actually, yung schools have different guidelines on that. May different guidelines po yan. So, as early as now, I suggest you can ask may standard guidelines po yan sa graduate school. No? So, Pero more or less, ano siya, I do believe that iba-iba kasi po siya, iba-iba po siya. May mga guidelines po ang per school, no? So I suggest you visit the graduate school office para aware kayo and at the same time financially ready kayo, no? So I do believe that lahat tayo dito tapos na ng master's degree, no? Kung anong na-experience nyo with your thesis fee doon, so with your master's, expect it will be higher. Yun, ganun lang yun. So, di ba nag-masters kayo? So, may cost talaga. No? So, kung ano na-experience nyo, medyo mas higher pagdating sa PhD. So, nagbabari siya sa different schools. So, there's always a guidelines on that. No? So, siguro sa mga teachers nyo, example for this, it will be discussed by you during your dissertation seminar.
Thank you,
Pero it
sir.
will be higher compared with your master's degree.
Medyo
Diba?
kailangan na, sir, mag-ipon ng konti for that.
Yes, oo. Yun yung sinasabi ko rin na support, no? Kasi kahit gusto mo but you don't have that requirement, no? Yung mga defense fee. Siyempre maaalangan ka mag ano. So marami rin ako na encounter na gano'n even during the masters pa, no? Talagang gusto man pero siyempre requirement 'yun. Made-deprive ka to continue with your writing. No? Isa yan sa mga support. S for dissertation. Okay.
Tony?
Eric, we have another question coming
Yes,
from
ma'am.
our audience. So kindly
Yes.
give us tips in writing title proposal relevant in PhD engineering management.
Okay. So in engineering management kasi that is actually ano you have to that the topic here is you have to combine engineering and management. So it's like you are combining the concept of um, like may halong business and engineering application. So how are we going to apply the concept of engineering in terms of managing, no? Managing. So take note, let's go back to the definition of uh, uh, ano yun? Yung pagdating sa the form management skills, no? Form management skills. So babalik tayo doon sa concept of PLOC, no? Can you still remember the PLOC? Planning, leading, organizing, and controlling. So doon ka a-attack, how are you going to apply the engineering concepts? No, sa akin kasi sharing with my title, no, safety, ano yun, ano yung title ko, nakalimutan ko na, safety practices in higher education institution. So isa sa mga nakita ko na kokonte ang nag-try mag-research nun, no, marami foreign but limited yung nag-try. So isa sa mga tip ko, try to look for topic na may engineering approach and at the same time can help you on your function or in your work, no? Kasi ako as dean, medyo concerned natin if I am in the academic institution connected, so medyo nag-relate ako doon. So how can I apply the concept of engineering to help academic institutions, or specifically higher education institutions? No, so to answer also your question, kung anong field ka, no? Sa engineering marami tayong field, no? If you are electronics engineering, no, you're in civil, you're industrial, you're EE, try to go to your field, no? That you may apply or also you will be most comfortable with because of the concept. Doon ka sa field mo, mas makakakuha ka ng support, no? Ask, yung word na ask, you can ask your colleagues na nakalink din doon sa field mo. Okay? So that will help you to find the topics. And yung finding topics po, again, supplementary lang to my question. you have to read. Hindi ka makaka-identify ng topic agad if you don't read. Believe me, you cannot totally identify the research gap if you don't read, no? If you don't really read. Kasi yung idea mo pala, ito title ko. Later on, you will see when you try to read a journal, tapos na pala yung idea mo. No, yung idea mo meron na, no? Meron na. So, you really have to read, no? Pag may nakita kang magandang topic to eh. So try to search for it, no? And also technique. In searching in Google Scholar or any you have to be very particular on the keyword. Keyword, no? Kasi for example lang, ano kaya magandang search nga ako. Engineering Management Dissertation. That is very generic. No? Huwag kayo magsa-search ng ganon. No? Technique, no, sa akin, safety practices. Specific yun. Kaya pag nagsa-search ako sa mga online journals, safety practices. No? Safety practices, maraming sa manufacturing. Okay, nagsa-search na ako, safety practices in schools. Yun. Specific na yun. And also, another one. When nabanggit ko kanina yung word na R, read and read and read. No? Di ko lang nabanggit kanina. Try to search for journals na related mismo doon sa topic mo. No? For example, ako, ang topic ko is safety. Look for journals that are for safety. No? Huwag ka maghanap doon sa mga lucky enough kung meron ka may makita sa multidisciplinary journals. Pero doon ka maghanap sa mga specific journals. No? For example, for civil, your topic about structural, maghanap ka doon sa journal of structural. If your topic is supply chain, international journal on supply chain management, yun, doon, ganun ang hanapin mong mga journal. Because sometimes doon, madadownload mo ng full. Okay. Yun lang. Oh, I hope I answered the question. No?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, another
Yes, sir.
question po from the group, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
any tips po in creating title proposal po, sir?
Okay. Any tips in writing a research proposal? First, specifically for PhD students in NUST, you will start with the title defense, di ba? No? So, pag na-approve yun, you will proceed with the proposal defense. No? In preparing for proposal defense, guys, tip ko, medyo, again, babalik ako doon sa dapat, sa proposal defense, ang tip ko sa inyo, you have already read 30 to 50 journals. Why? Sa proposal defense po kasi, ang tatanungin dyan ng panel is the research gap. Why is there a need for you to continue with that research? No? Sisilipin dyan yung SOP mo, yung objective statement of the problems. And ang sasalo sa inyo, this is true, believe me, yung how deep is your understanding of your topic, your theoretical framework, the previous study, no? Bakit ganito ang napili mo? Pag sinagot mo dyan, according to Ermita 2019, there is a need para ganyan based from the findings na ganito. Wow, no? So kung ako panel, okay. Actually guys, siguro naman mga nagpa-panel tayo, no? Mga ang iba dito in the academe. Ramdam mo if a student has a lot of readings. Diba? Agree kayo sa akin. Thumbs up naman dyan. Thumbs up. Ramdam natin yon if a student has a lot of readings. Kahit di mo na buklatin yung review of related literature, mararamdaman mo yun sa bata or sa student how deep his or her understanding on the topic. Di ba po? So yun, very tip. Sa very tips sa proposal defense, it's like chapters 1, 2, 3, 4 hanggang methodology. Pero napaka-crucial dyan is the literature review and statement of the problem. Methodology. Yon. Bakit ganito? Bakit ganito kinonsider mo? No? Sa akin noon, I remember nag-agree kaagad sa akin yung mga panel eh. Ni-rephrase lang yung title ko kasi sila mismo wala pang masyado nakita how to assess the safety practices in higher education, both in public and private. No? So yun yung strong na, okay, wala pa niyan. Kasi of course, yung mga panelists natin, for sure, they are all experienced. No? So take note, sa PhD po, uupo dyan po ang it's either, most probably uupo po dyan si Dean Cruz, uupo dyan si Vice President for Academics, so si Dr. Panahon, Dr. Bulisay, mga na yan eh. They are in the, parang dito matagal na sa academy, makita lang nila ang title, they know if it is exist already or not. So ramdam na ramdam nila yan. Kaya as a PhD student, we really have to read a lot. Kailangan something new. No? Ramdam din something new. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Dean. So, Sir Rick, we are flooded with lots of questions.
Yes, sir.
So, I have to pick another. So,
last one na siguro, ma'am.
Yes, so
yes,
ito na siguro yung pinaka-last. So, this is coming from a civil engineer. So, yung question niya is, in dissertation, do we need to apply experimentation or would it be better for a descriptive one?
Okay. It can be. It can be because since we are all engineers, if we're talking about the degree itself is an engineering management. If the topic requires an experimentation, why not? No, why not? If there's a need to do, as for example, a descriptive like an assessment, it can be. Depende po yung sa need. Sabi ko nga, it's kung ano yung na-identify mong research gap and what the literature review tells you what to do, yun ang gagawin natin. Kasi for example, example lang, for example, ang topic mo is already an applied research and there is already a raw data, no? Coming, for example, coming from, if you're in the industry practitioner ka, you have already this data and all you have to do is to test it experimentally. So you have to do that. It can be, no? If the topic strongly requires an experimentation, bakit hindi, no? And makikita naman niya sa proposal defense eh. So actually ang kagandahan doon, minsan in the proposal defense, you are also guided by your panelists. Sometimes you will be guided na, sir, ganito magano. Bakit po pa kailangan ganito? So pwedeng mag-assess ka na lang or do a simple experimentation, no? And at the same time, tip ko sa inyo again, medyo mahirap talaga pag experimentation, 'di ba, compared to a descriptive type of research, no? So yun nga, kung saan ang, again, support mo, resources mo, kung magkaroon ka man ng experimentation, you have this access, you have this support, why not? Diba? No? Why not? Kung may tipong experimental ka for structural and you have this UTM at home, bakit hindi? Diba? So, go with your support, go with your resources. No? Go with your resources.
Thank you, Sir Philip. Sir, actually, we have a lot of questions coming from our audiences. Pero we will be trying our best to answer that, Sir Philip. Send namin sa inyo through email and go back to them po. Para hindi naman po po yung oras natin. And then we have a very limited time lang po here. So yun, sir, without further ado, sir, salamat po ng marami for that very insightful na presentation. And now po, sir, in behalf of our our appreciation, the whole team of the IEXceed team and the dissertation class of Dr. Manuela P. Gutierrez. Sir, we will be presenting a certificate of appreciation, Ma'am
Wow.
Manuela. I will be sharing po my screen. Here po. Ma'am.
Ma'am, nakamute po.
Okay. As I was saying, that was an awesome presentation, Dr. Ermita, and I'm so proud that we have you here. Okay. So let me read to you the Certificate of Appreciation. Republic of the Philippines, Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, in cooperation with University Training Department, College of Engineering, Graduate School, and IEXceed Philippines, presents Certificate of Appreciation to Dr. Philip P. Ermita in recognition of his valuable contribution as resource speaker in the international webinar entitled Dissertation Writing and Techniques on January 7, 2021. Signed. Okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Sir,
Okay.
thank you very much
Nice.
po. Sa
Okay.
uulitin po ulit. So, by the
Okay.
way, guys, we will be sending the link for the evaluation. Also, on that link, you will be asked if you wanted to have a copy of your e-certificates and if you wanted to have the copy of the materials Dr. Philip Ermita has presented, pakilagay lang po doon. And we will be trying our best to send it to you, especially po doon sa may mga questions. Ayan po. So, comment lang po kayo dun sa message box natin yan. So, keep on coming. So, ano natin yan, i-record po natin yan one by one. So, once again, sir, in behalf of Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, the Graduate School, College of Engineering, and IEXceed PH, maraming salamat po, sir, for gracing us with our invitation. And hopefully, sir, it would be the last. And after the pandemic, sir, personally naman po ang inyong pagbisita ulit sa ating alma mater for
Yes.
future, sir. In person naman po, sir. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Sure.
thank you very much, sir. And in
Yeah.
behalf of Dr. Feli Jacoba, the University President, ma'am, andyan pa po sila Doc Johnny Peria and all. Maraming salamat po. Doc Noel is also there. And Dr. Bernard, uh, Ber- uh, uh,
Bernardo.
Bernardo, yes po. So, tomorrow is Friday. We will be having series 2, that is expand. So we've invited someone from Department of Science and Technology, actually from the National Research Council of the Philippines, to talk about fundings. Ayan, medyo interesting yan. Fundings
Yes.
and DOST and RCP kung paano mag-member. So kung hindi pa po kayo nakakapag-register, we will be also sending the link now para po mag-register kayo. And on Saturday, January 9 naman po, the topic is the last series is the third series. We have invited someone from Centurion University in India. He will be discussing publishing high quality Scopus Index papers, journals. So may pag-chance pa po kayo para mag-register. Ayan po. Don't forget to subscribe po sa IEXceed page, our media partner. Ayan po, very helpful sila every time. Subscribe lang po kayo and click the bell button para po, medyo vlogger na po ako ngayon. Para po ano po kayo,
Yeah.
ma-notify po kayo sa mga future webinars at saka sa mga past webinars naka-upload din po sa page nila and sa Facebook page nila. That is IEXceed PH. So, maraming salamat po and Sir Philip, Ma'am Gutierrez, thank you very much po. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Bye
Thank you.
guys!
Bye-bye.
Bye!